Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. In the last episode, we defeated Lance and so we became the champion. And in this episode, we're going to call Professor Elm. Hello Tyler, I have something here for you. Could you swing by my lab? See you later. And why the hell are you calling me even though we're literally just like, just a few feet away from each other. You're just in the lab, and you're in the same town, you're still calling me anyway. Couldn't you just like, walk out of your lab for once and just call me over there? Yeah, see, call because I have something for you. See, it's an AcedTyler. Oh, nice! An AcedTyler. Now we get to catch Pokemon in Kanto. That's right, folks. So after being the champion ourselves, so we get to go or take a little trip over to Kanto. Since of course we would visit there because we did see the map. We only explored a part of Kanto to the Indigo Plateau, and now we get to explore it in its entirety. Awesome! Yes, it's like one of the best things, one of the best concepts that they could ever do in a Pokemon game, where you actually get to travel two regions, and something they barely ever touch upon since then. Well, I want to say until Scarlet and Violet with their DLC, but even then it was kind of a small region anyway. There's like really not much for it there. So anyway, so we're going to the fast ship SS Aqua. So we'll be boarding today. So the SS Aqua is going to be over in the harbor in Olivine City. So we just have to fly over there and head on to head over to the ship. And then here we are. So yeah, here we are in the SS Aqua, and I gotta say I like this theme that's playing here. It's such a nice theme. Kind of sounds a little bit like a part of it was like from Super Mario Galaxy, and then it sounds very much Kirby-esque as well. It sounds like it would definitely belong in a Kirby game or something. And there was this old dude right there saying he's looking for his granddaughter. I don't know why he wasn't even supervising her or anything. And this here is our cabin, so you can actually just sleep in the bed right here. I think you still can in this gen, or actually, yeah, I believe you can if you want to use that to heal your Pokemon if they ever lose their HP in battle. There's a PC right here. Once you check the PC, a new tab right here, the Hall of Fame tab, will be right there. And you can actually check to see the Pokemon, your whole team that enter the Hall of Fame after being the champion. So that's actually kind of cool. So the SS Aqua basically, it kind of pays homage to the SS Santa Gen 1. Only it's actually shorter. There's not as many trainers around. Yeah. There will be this is where you actually battle trainers here, because when you go into the cabins, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah, there's really not that many trainers, and so there's also no Royal Beat either. It's kind of a smaller version of the SSN. Now, here's the catch about this, and probably one of the biggest problems about it, just go along with Gen 2's biggest problem being the level curve, is that you just go through beating the Elite Four and also Lance himself, where you face with the Elite Four members being at their level 40s at most, and also for the most part just having just fought a level 50 Dragonite. But here's the catch. Once you go into the SS Aqua, and also especially more so when you're in Kanto, for some weird-ass reason, all the trainers you're going to be battling in Kanto will drop down to, either level 30s or even as low as level 20s. And I'm like, what the fuck? We just beat a level 50 Dragonite, and, and the level scaling just still has that issue once more. Where it's just level 20s and level 30s. Like, what the hell happened? I'm the champion right now. I would have expected stronger opponents, but no, and you can see right there, level 32. This will be our first encounter with Delibird here. It's that Santa Claus Pokemon. It's very well known for having the moves, or the move present, which, like I said, it can be pretty random. It can either heal, it can either attack, or do absolutely nothing, but yeah, that's about it. It's also a nice and flying type, so if you have, like, a rock type, then it takes a quad weakness to it. And that's about it as well. And, oh yeah, I was gonna go switch my Pokemon, because, before I battle those twins over there. Also, there's a couple of twins of interest, so let's battle these. You think I'm a baby? That's not fair. I didn't call you a baby, bro. Would you think that? Unless, I mean, I'm pretty sure the player character would have been that much of an asshole to call him a baby, but I don't know. I mean, it's up to you to decide, because, the trainer's supposed to be, like, basically a link between the player character, or between you and the player, or the protagonist. So very much like Link. So I mean, it's up to you to interpret the personality. But if the game's automatically coming off as a player calling them a baby, that just makes them come off as an asshole. Which, funnily enough, this is actually what you can do in Sun and Moon, where they're given the dialogue options where you can actually either portray them as a nice guy, or you can actually or there's some options where you can just portray them as a complete asshole. Which, probably something we'll already get into, once we get to Gen 7, which, again, years from now. So these twins here, they have those two version exclusives. They have Teddy Ursa and Vampy, which I don't think we've ever encountered Vampy. Well, actually, no, we haven't. I did talk about Vampy quite a bit for the kind of areas you encounter. Where, you know, Vampy can be accessed pretty early in Crystal, like right above Route 29. So if you ever want some good ground type coverage, especially with Dawn Fan. And then there was Teddy Ursa, where you can catch as early as a Dark Cave, which we've actually encountered Teddy Ursa beforehand when we went to a Dark Cave. And of course, you know, when I was talking about Ursaring, right? Like, you know, Ursaring is definitely definitely a damn good Pokemon to use, especially all in part because it's a freaking bear. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about the Aqua. But yeah, what we're doing right now is we're basically just taking that to set sail over to Kanto. And it's gonna be parking over in Vermilion City, since you know that's also where the harbor is, and where we had the where that's basically where the SSN was. So of course it's gonna be parking right over there. There's also there's also some more I was gonna say. So those of you, if you're playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver, after you, once you get to Olivine City after being a champion, you'll meet with Professor Oak, and he'll actually give you the National Pokédex. And so once you get to the SS Aqua, you'll be battling trainers that will have either Pokemon from Gens 3 or 4. Well, Gens 3 or 4 Pokemon, starting with the SS Aqua. Not only that though, but like you know, like back when I was kind of writing about how in Kanto that you'll still be facing level 20s or 30s Pokemon, unless you're facing off against a gym leader. So, oh yeah, this fucker right here will just try to block it back. I might want to go through. He's saying that he's looking for his friend and that he's slacking off somewhere. So we have to go find him first. But yeah, more missing people here. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So thankfully though, well, you know, back to what I was saying about you know, with those level curves. This, fortunately, and one thing I'm glad about in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, this actually gets fixed though, where the trainers will be battling will actually, you'll be battling them with either their 30s or their 40s at most. I would say, you know, in their 40s. So, you know, even though the level scaling issue is still there in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, at least only in Johto, but once you get to Kanto, they actually fixed that to where you'll be battling, where the trainers will be having stronger teams. So, I'm actually real thankful for that they did that and why it's much more definitive. Well, let's talk about Kanto, though, or what we'll get to, you know, between the difference between those. So, anyway, so we have this sailor here who apparently just went and took a nap while he's still on the clock, and that's, you know, one of the biggest violations for the workforce, because doing that, it'll get your ass fired. So, yeah, don't sleep on the job, especially if you're on the clock, or, you know, at the very least, overstaying your breaks, because, you know, if you end up sleeping and then that just, you know, that ends up overstaying your break time, then that could also get your ass fired too. So yeah, don't do that as your workforce. And yeah, that's a good example right there. You can see here that's a level 26 Psyduck. So like, what the fuck? Like I said, I just battled level 50 Dragonite, and then it just dropped down to level 20. So, and yeah, and I'm not really getting enough experience because of it. And you know, without spoiling anything, in the very, very last part of this playthrough, we'll be battling part of one of the strongest, or actually the most difficult part of the game. That'll be in those high levels that we'll see at that point. But in the meantime, we're just battling either 20s or 30s, and we're not really getting enough experience because of it. So be prepared for those low levels if you're playing the original games, if you're getting the Kanto. So yeah, that's just pretty much all there is to say about it there. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you better just commit to like either suspensions or, you know, or just you know, we're just getting fired. Yeah, I mean, for one thing, you know, being a sailor is very exhausting. Like, you know, if you're like if you take a job, you know, just sailing a ship and you're just being a sailor itself, it is definitely one of the hardest jobs ever. It's like, it involves physical labor, it involves, like, you know, a lot of mental stress, and, you know, yeah, they will work your ass off if you're a sailor. That's one thing. I mean, you know, as somebody who's never had any interest in being a sailor, but one kind of fun fact though is that my dad actually used to be a part of the Navy, and that is not easy work. Nowhere near easy, because you know, being either being in the Navy or in the military, especially the military, they will work your ass off, and holy shit, they will. But, you know, again, I'm kind of like the opposite of my dad, though, where, you know, I have no interest in being part of the Navy or the military. I just, you know, like doing what I like doing, like either just, editing videos or editing images on Photoshop, or just or drawing, of course. Something I'd be interested in. So just about a couple more trainers here. Yeah, like I said, the SS Aqua doesn't really have as many trainers as the SS Sand does. So it's essentially it's the SS Sand, only much smaller. Speaking of small size, though, that's actually what Kanto is going to be, because well, it's mainly because of the limitations here. But let's talk about Kanto for a bit. So this is actually one of those biggest things, and also the reason why I wanted to to honor Satoru Iwata, because when they were having trouble with developing Gold and Silver, and so Satoru Iwata came in to help out with that. And then after he managed to rework everything, and then it turns out there was plenty of space left in the cartridge, and so that's when Iwata decided, well, let's go and add Kanto, and then bam, this is how it's done. Kanto right there. And so because of that, they had to shrink down Kanto to size, which we'll probably see once we actually get to Kanto. But they had to just make it sizable enough to actually fit the rest of the cartridge. So anyway, so I found the granddaughter, who's apparently bugging the captain while he's busy with his work there. But at least we don't have to. At least he's not seasick or anything like that, so we don't have to rub his back or anything. After retrieving the granddaughter thing, and you'll be teleported back to the room here, and then she'll be reunited with the grandfather. And so he'll give you the metal coat, which is or probably the only time we're getting the metal coat, and well, at least in Gold and Silver, probably the only time here as well. But you'll use that trade over Onyx and AcedTyler, and this is one of the things off. So next time we'll be stepping outside and going to Kanto. So see you guys then.